Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you out for a little bonus home softball here at Heritage High School. Grateful once again for AstroTurf and for covered grandstands. Thank you to the district for putting that together for us, and for Southside for making the trip up the mountain. For this one, a big 6A West game that will feature the home team on our scoreboard, Southside Lady Mavs, taking on your Heritage High School War Eagles. At this time, we introduce the starting lineups for tonight's game. We'll begin with the visitors from Heritage. Leading off and playing left field is number 5, Lily Humphreys. Batting second in right field, number 11, Kyler Strickland. Batting third, playing second base, number 2, Ava DeFreitas. Batting fourth at first base, number 4, Jocelyn Strickland. Batting fifth and doing the catching, number 24, Carly Earl. Hitting sixth and pitching, number 20, Lillian Hagedorn. Batting seventh in center field, number 13, Libby Casto. Hitting eighth at third base, number 14, Gabby Kelly. And batting ninth and playing shortstop, number 22, Sydney Gaffney. Your Royals are coached by Rodney Bowen. And now welcome the starting lineup for the Southside Lady Mavs. Leading off and playing second base is number 1, Micaiah Willis. Batting second in right field, number 3, Ashley Coates. Hitting third is the shortstop, number 6, Callie Culverson. Batting fourth is the DP, number 11, Bella Sarton. Hitting fifth at first base, number 28, Michaela Alhamwi. Batting sixth and catching is number 12, Jen Gavina. Hitting seventh, playing left field, number 8, Audra Wisely. Batting eighth, the center fielder, number 4, Sapphire Hayes. Batting ninth and playing third base, number 14, Quincy Johnson. And at flex, heading towards the circle, number 2, Maddie Laff. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you do rise and turn your attention to our nation's flag in right center field as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Thank you once again, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on a bonus softball Wednesday at Southside and Heritage. Let's play ball. And welcome out there in Game Changer Land. Also, if you're watching us on our YouTube channel, that is War Eagle TV, welcome to bonus softball action. If you just got the alert, you didn't know we had done this today. A couple of changes, Coach. We changed Coach Tinsley sitting here next to me as usual, or at least as frequently. We were supposed to play this game last night down in Fort Smith. The weather has moved it to today, and then also graciously sent it up here at home. We got another home game, and we weren't counting on this beautiful turf. One more chance for you seniors to come out and go to work.
Yeah, for sure. Nice to get another home game unexpectedly.
The War Eagles, do not adjust your screen. It will be Heritage as the visitor in tonight's game. This is Southside's home game. You do play home and home, so they will get the benefit of batting last. So Coach Tinsley and I will do the best we can to not mess up things on the scoreboard.
That's right.
Compared to what we're used to. Throw down from Jen Gavina has occurred, and we are about ready for softball. A little different look in the War Eagle lineup. Actually, it's similar to one what we showed on senior night the other night. Leading off for the War Eagles, number 5, Lily Humphreys. So it's Lily Humphreys in the leadoff spot. Kyler Strickland moves down into the 2-hole. Much is the same from there. We did see this on senior night. Lily's been swinging a hot bat. She gets the bat at the top of the order here. War Eagles need a win right here, Coach. That ball in the turf bounces back to the netting. We start it 1 ball, the count.
Just have to win this game to qualify for state, right?
We do. We need to win this one. We need a little bit of help. We need Harbor to beat Springdale, which is likely. But, and I shouldn't say we need it. This Southside team should beat Springdale. But if you're assuming things as a coach, you kind of assume that Springdale is going to take care of that one. And then Harbor will probably take care of Springdale. And so that if that's the case, then that's the way this goes down. You either need this one or you need Bentonville tomorrow, which is a giant task that nobody's accomplished in a conference yet. So
very big task.
That one driven into right by Lily. It's down, and it's going to get by the right fielder. Lily rounds it. She's going to be on her way to third. Coach Bowen says, come on. Now Lily's going to have to sprint and dive back. It's a leadoff double for Lily Humphreys. And the War Eagles have something going here in the top of the first. Next batter's the right fielder, Kyler Strickland. In steps another senior, Kyler Strickland. I just announced her the right fielder, Kyler Strickland, and just out of habit, I'm going to probably put her in center on the mic a couple times tonight, Coach, because she's been there for so long.
Yes, she has.
We've seen from the War Eagles, and we've got Lillian Hagedorn in the circle today. Ball outside, ball 1. Lillian uses the outside part of the plate, and the majority of balls go to the right side. I think this is just Coach Bowen putting his senior captain and college-bound outfielder over in right field because that's where the majority of the work has gone. Young Libby Casto is going to be taken over in center field. That one floated towards short, going to be called and caught by Callie Culverson. She puts it away. 1 down here in the top of the first. Now batting, second baseman Ava DeFreitas. So in steps Ava against the right-hander Maddie Laff. That one floats in, away 1 ball, the count to Ava. Last time we went through, we saw the DP, Bella Sarton, in the circle. Maddie Laff goes tonight. Outside ball 2 to Ava. This is a Southside team that's got a full week. They played Monday on Boonville, which is why we didn't move the game in the first place. They had a non-conference game. They have us tonight. They've got another game tomorrow and another game on Friday. Like they're back to back to back to back. So probably spreading out that pitching as much as they can. Definitely. 3 balls and no strikes to Ava DeFreitas. That one bounces in the turf. It is a 1-out walk. Runners at first and second now for the cleanup hitter. Now batting, number 4, Jocelyn Strickland. Leading home run hitter, RBI gatherer, and batting average, Jocelyn Strickland. She's driven in 30 runs on the season. Nobody else has more than 17. She has been the consistent run producer. And there's ball 1 outside. Jocelyn's not doing that. We ask her to pitch quite a bit. I'm not sure if we ask her to change the water in the water cooler or grab towels or ball too high. Plate moving around just a little bit.
6 straight balls thrown.
Yeah, this is one where if it's not Jocelyn, you probably put take on for sure.
Right.
You might let her swing at one if she gets a fastball into your half right here. See if she can hit one to Gate Stadium. In the turf, we'll never know. Here goes Lily. Lily's on to third. That first point, I thought he was going to go up with an out the way he pointed at the base like that. Safe is the call, and it was a good one. Here comes the 3-0 now to Jocelyn, and now you might see take just to keep her from chasing, maybe jumping out at it. You see her jumping up in the box right now. She fouls it back. That's going to stay in play and be caught by the catcher. Gavina makes the catch in foul territory, and now it's going to take a 2-out hit from Carly Earl. Now batting number 24, Carly Earl. And that was the only thing you kind of heard it in my voice I feared about there is like the velocity you see from this pitcher is going to have us front-footed a little bit anyway, and
For sure.
and maybe see one of those. Look for Ava to go here, by the way. Ball's in the turf. There won't be a throw. Ava's just going to jog into second base. Defensive indifference would be the call, but she would have stolen it anyway if they would have thrown it at her. And now Carly Earl, who's been swinging a hot bat down the stretch. Runners and second and third. That one into left center field. Off the end of the bat, center fielder comes over. It's off of her glove. It's going to get down. In to score is Lily Humphreys. Right behind her was Ava DeFreitas. And on to second with a 2-out double is Carly Earl. A little bit of a break right there, Coach.
For sure.
Now batting number 20, Lillian Hagedorn.
Tough play for the center fielder, but
It is, but that's a ball you'd expect to be caught.
yes.
As it is, ball gets down. 2 runs across for the War Eagles. And chance for more with Lillian Hagedorn coming up. That ball in the turf. So far, Jen Gavina behind the plate getting a little bit of a workout. The turf monster. On deck batter is Libby Casto. That one fouled off the end of the bat towards Coach Bowen, who refused to budge. Stonewall, Coach Bowen. Hey, if y'all are joining us out there, we're glad you're joining us. This is a bonus broadcast. I did not think I was going to be broadcasting anymore unless we found a way to do it at the state tournament. I thought I would have been in the car driving to Fort Smith. That one in the turf. 2-1 the count to Lillian. I would have probably gone to Ed Walker's and had something to eat I maybe shouldn't eat on the way home.
And did they decide to change it just today, or?
Yeah, I think they made that call today. They play on dirt down there now.
Yeah.
So, there is, with the rain that we've had the last 2 days, Carly on the ball in the dirt. Gavina up throwing. Carly slides in safely. She advances. Good read. You see both Lily and Carly, they train them up that if you see a ball off speed heading towards the turf, you don't wait until you see it. They take off right away. Carly does it there. Deuce is wild here. 2-2 the count, 2 outs, number 2 pitching, 20 in the box. We get 2 runs, 2 hits. There's a ground ball. That's going to go up the middle. Lillian Hagedorn just finds a way to send one into center field. Third run is across. And aboard is Lillian Hagedorn. You're going to see a courtesy runner here. Courtesy runner first is number 6, Maddie Hughes. The batter, number 13, Libby Casto. In steps Libby Casto. Sophomore who's played some outfield in the last 2 weeks. The first time she's done it for us. She's there because of situations like this. She's been very effective. Had some really competitive at-bats. She draws walks. She's capable bunter. And just doing all those little things right there, Coach, is what's earned her some playing time.
Yes, definitely.
And you will see a lot of Libby Casto next year as a junior and the year following as a senior. There she shows bunt. bunts it foul. And that is not a sacrifice bunt. They're using the bunt as a potential weapon there just to get on base. We go to Bentonville tomorrow. Depending on the result, primarily of this one, we'll know if we get a chance to play in the state tournament against Bentonville West. That one lifted down the line to left. Back goes the left fielder. Now in a couple steps. She makes the catch. That's going to end it. War Eagles get 3 in the top of the first. Damage done. We head to the bottom. War Eagles 3, Southside coming up. Southside's the second baseman, Micaiah Willis. Willis, Ashley Coates, and Callie Culverson. It is all I can do to keep from saying here in the top of the second.
I know.
In the bottom of the first, swings through that one on the outer edge. Pitcher in the circle is Lillian Hagedorn. Lillian's gotten the ball the bulk of the time down the stretch. She's earned that with the way she's thrown it.
She has.
Behind the plate is Carly Earl. That one grounded to Gabby. She picks it up on a hop across the diamond. Leadoff hitter is gone here in the bottom half of the first. Batters the right fielder, Ashley Coates. Again, the Southside team had not counted on a bonus trip over the mountain today,
Right.
right? So we kind of talked about just some of the logistics. Strike over the outside edge and a good one right there by Lillian.
I think the last time we played them here was because of rain too, right?
Yeah, we actually had moved it. So this actually originally was a game that was supposed to be here.
Yes.
We moved the first one for weather and moved this one down there, and now we moved it back up here, but they're the home team. Fouled back and away, 0-2 the count. And if you can follow all of that. And this is, honestly, like we forget to count our blessings at times, but we've got this covered grandstand, this beautiful turf field, and it enables this.
Yes, it does.
Ball outside. Oh, by the way, we had to get this game. If we did not get this game in this week, like it takes a playoff berth away. We have to find a way to play it. So if it would have been raining all week in Southside, and I had asked the coaches, there's strike 3, swing and a miss. Nice job by Hagedorn. Strikes out the 2-hitter, Ashley Coates. I'll finish that here in a second. Next batter is the shortstop, Callie Culverson. But I was talking to the Southside coaching staff because my question was with the state tournament, like, could we have gone to Saturday or whatever? And she was like, well, we've got people gone. Like, we got people that are out of town. Like, it's and they've got games tomorrow and Friday. Like, this is your option.
Wow.
So like being able to have this field right here and is just a significant blessing.
Yes, it is.
1-0 the count from Lillian, working fast as she does when she feels right. Gets it and goes. That one drilled down the right field line. We've seen the Southside team a few times this year now, Coach, between the first one we were here. I believe they were in the Bruce Dean also.
Yes.
So we've seen these girls quite a bit. This, to me, their best player and most dangerous hitter, Callie Culverson, the shortstop.
Sure.
Nice to face her with the bases empty and 2 outs. Overcast, calm day. Lifted to right, and there's your center fielder out in right field. That's why we made the adjustment. Bowen's a genius, hadn't you heard? Three
right.
up, 3 down go Southside in the bottom half of the first. We go to the second. War Eagles lead at 3-0. Number 14, Gabby Kelly. Gabby Kelly, Sydney Gaffney, and then back to the top of the order and Lily Humphreys. We mentioned before some free bonus home at bats in this beautiful facility for our seniors. This one for Gabby Kelly right here. She stands in from the right side, drifts high, 1 ball. The count to Gabby. War Eagles with 3 in the first. And this is a game, Coach, you'd love to just stretch it early and leave no doubt. Let's see if we can ball 2 outside. You certainly don't want to be thinking ahead to Bentonville tomorrow, but if you get in the position that you could, that'd be all right.
Yes.
Bentonville team, I believe, saw ranked number 13 in the country in one poll anyway.
Oh, wow.
And number 1 in this state. 3-0 the count to Gabby. Maddie Laff, the pitcher. There's a strike. 3-0 take all the way. Gabby stands in 3-1. Sydney Gaffney waits on deck. Sydney's sporting the sleeves today. Unlike many of her teammates, that's unusual for me to see. There's ball 4. Now batting the shortstop, Sydney Gaffney. In step Sid with Gabby on at first. See how Coach Bowen likes to play it. He does short game work with Sydney. We might be playing for a bigger inning here, though. Third baseman is back, however. We could steal a base hit this way. Drilled foul. A little bit of excitement in the War Eagle crowd right there.
Yeah, for sure.
Caught Dad off guard a little bit too. Like, I guess I should be announcing now, shouldn't I? Sydney stands in, 1 strike, the count. Change up after that one. The old classic right there. After somebody pulls the ball hard right there, you spin a change up at him right after. Sydney stands in, 2 strikes on her. Gabby on at first. That one's popped up. That one not as noisy as the first foul ball. The third baseman is going to camp under it and catch it. 1 out. Here now in the top of the second. Next batter is the leadoff hitter, Lily Humphreys. In stands Lily. One aboard for Lily, 1 out here in the inning. What wind there is blowing out to left. You hit it to that eagle in left center field, the ball will carry it just a little bit. That one popped up on the infield. Actually, I thought they had more carry than that. I misread that one off the bat. Doesn't matter. Micaiah Willis did not. She makes the catch. 2 are gone here in the second. Now batting, right fielder Kyler Strickland. Just to get myself in the habit of saying right fielder Kyler Strickland.
Right.
Coach Bowen told me today she's played every position except for pitcher here. There's a bunt. There's nobody there. She's going to throw it, and there's nobody. That could be a run. Gabby to third. She's going to round it and not be there. Nobody was covering first. On at first. And that'll probably be a hit and an error, I believe, because there's nobody covering first. There's no way to get Kyler. Now batting, number 2, Ava DeFreitas. And Ava is up with 2 outs. Expect Kyler to be moving about now. She takes a bunt. On to second is a throw. They get Gabby held off of third. She works her way back. Stolen base for Kyler Strickland. Now 2 in scoring position for Ava DeFreitas. Big at bat right here. Again, mentions just keep stretching this. Just keep pushing this and put a little bit of doubt in the mind of the Lady Mavs right here. On deck batter again is Jocelyn. That ball in the turf. Ava takes it. 1-1 the count. Got a little brighter. Sun may be peeking out here a little bit. When we first moved this, we weren't sure. Like there was actually like a 55% chance of rain at 5 o'clock too.
Yes.
It's like that's been moved around. But 2-1 out of Ava. What I promise you, with this turf, if we were going to need to be here till 11 o'clock tonight, we would have been here till 11 o'clock tonight.
Exactly.
And we still could, by the way, like if we get a rain shower through here. There you can see the sun creeping out. That ball in the turf. Ava just stands there at that one. She actually was in a danger zone on that stolen base attempt. She had showed bunt and was out there. That ball hits her in the head.
Mm-hmm.
There she just wisely just stands still. She's now 3-1 the count. Strickland on deck. Jocelyn version. Fouled back and out of play. Count now full. Kyler certainly will score on a ball hit to the outfield. Gabby, of course, will be taken off on a hit. There it is in the gap. It isn't going to matter. That one's going to go to the wall. Ava's going to keep making left. See what Coach Bowen does? He's going to hold her there at second. It is a 2-out, 2 RBI double for Ava DeFreitas. Big at bat right there by the senior second baseman. Chalk up 2 more for the War Eagles. Now batting number 4, Jocelyn Strickland. In steps Jocelyn. Ava in scoring position, certainly a threat to score on a hit. That one in the turf. That's going to move Ava over to third on the wild pitch. 5-0 is your score now. Again, if you're watching at home and you see the visitor score up there on the scoreboard out in right center field, never fear. War Eagles are the visitor tonight, even though we're playing in our friendly confines here on the campus of Heritage High School. This is Southside's home game. Over but low. Maddie Laff, the right-hander for Southside. I don't have a roster that shows age, but Maddie Laff looks like, just from stature-wise, looks young. Like looks freshman, sophomore-ish. There's a strike over the outside edge. 2-1 the count to Jocelyn. On deck batter is Carly Earl. She did damage in the top of the first. That one floats high. 3-1 to Jocelyn. Just stay back a little bit right here. 4. Try and hit that big green area in center field. Don't try and pull everything. Grounded to short. Culverson's got it. She throws it across, and that's going to be it. But a big 2-out hit by Ava is going to get us 2 more across. We have played 1.5. War Eagles 5, Southside nothing. Number 11, Bella Sarton. It is Bella Sarton. 4-5-6. Michaela Ohamwi. Looped down the line to right. That falls in. Mentioned Sarton was the starting pitcher when they were up here before. See if we see her in that role tonight. She's sitting in the DP. Just goes foul. Spun a little bit foul of that first base bag. And when you operate a DP flex, actually I guess you don't know what DP flex is. Basically the DH in baseball. Some differences along the way, but she's in the DP. The pitcher's in the flex position, so they can just easily kind of go back and forth. 1 ball and 2 strikes. If you don't know how to use DP flex, you can get yourself in some pickles sometimes.
Definitely.
Just off the outside edge. Good pitch right there by Lillian Hagedorn. 0-2 goes to 2-2. On deck batter, Michaela Alhamwi. That one that looped down the right field line. As we mentioned before, Lillian throws with good velocity. She keeps the ball in the outer half. Everything to the right side. And we mentioned you see Kyler Strickland over there in right field. Made a great play in the first inning. Swings through that one up in the zone. Leadoff hitter is gone with a strikeout. Next batter is the first baseman, Michaela Alhamwi. Swing through a ball up in the zone for a good strike 1 right there. Lillian getting on top of the count. Didn't mention we are on the road at Bentonville tomorrow. Good hard strike at the knees on the outside corner right there. 0-2 the count on both hitters in this inning. Quickly 0-2 from Lillian. As we mentioned, when she's got it, she gets it and goes. She's standing on the rubber waiting for the hitter to get back in there. Swing and a miss on the outside edge. Strikeout number 2 of the inning. Now batting the catcher, Jen Gavina. Jen Gavina stands in. 2 out in the inning. Over but low that time. 1-0 the count. Fouled straight back, pitch up in the zone. Set the War Eagle defense left to right in the outfield. Lily Humphreys is in left, Libby Casto in center, Kyler Strickland in right. Infield, as much as the usual, Coach. We'll go over them here after this pitch, unless this pitch ends the inning, which it does not. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 the count on the hitter. Third baseman is Gabby Kelly. Shortstop Sydney Gaffney. Second baseman Ava DeFreitas. At first, Jocelyn Strickland. Mentioned already, Carly Earl behind the plate and in the circle. Sophomore left-hander Lillian Hagedorn throws the 1-2 off the outside edge. 2-2 the count. We mentioned the scenarios again. If you expect the expecteds, like you expect Harbor to take care of Springdale, you expect Springdale to take care of Southside. Lifted to left. Lily looks like she's got a beat on it, and she camps under it, and she's got it. 3 up and 3 down go the War Eagles. We'll continue to talk playoff opportunities. But first, we're coming up to bat here in the top of the third, and we lead it 5-0. Now for the War Eagles, number 24, Carly Earl. Five, 6, and 7 for the War Eagles. Carly Earl and Lillian Hagedorn due up first here in the third. Both of them had big hits in the first. There's Carly. Oh, third baseman not ready. Almost took her head off. That's going to go into the corner. Carly is going to roll into second. Third baseman Quincy Johnson immediately looked into the dugout like, oops.
Yeah.
She was not prepared for that ball. Hard off the bat from Carly. She stands in there with a leadoff double. Now batting the pitcher, Lillian Hagedorn. She's there at second for Lillian.
They call it the hot corner for a reason.
Oh, yeah. It's. And we talked about it before. Carly got off to a slow start this year, maybe behind the plate, maybe pressing a little bit. She's really picked it up as of late, and her season numbers are going to look just fine. Grounded to first, or to pitcher, she's going to throw it over to first. On to third goes Carly. She will be there with just one out. Now batting, center fielder, Libby Casto. And here comes Libby Casto.
Good play by the pitcher there. It hit pretty hard.
And for her, there was somebody there to catch it this time.
Yeah.
And this is an interesting spot here. Like, Coach Bowen loves to play short game. You got both corners are well back. Somebody that handles the bunt very well in Libby. Not suggesting a squeeze necessarily, but you could actually see a bunt here and put him in a tough, difficult read situation. Right now, it looks like Coach Bowen content to let the young sophomore right-hander Libby Casto swing the bat. Gabby's on deck. That one low. 3-0 the count to Libby. I imagine Libby draws a lot of walks. So first of all, she does she's showing bunt. She does a lot of funky things. Mm-hmm. She's not incredibly tall in stature, which kind of helps her. And she fights. She hits foul balls. Like, she takes ball 4. Now batting number 14, Gabby Kelly. In stands Gabby. Would expect Libby to be running here as well. See if we put the take on. We do not. They're just going to throw it back to pitcher. Casto steals it. 2 runners aboard now, in great shape for Gabby Kelly. Fouled off the end of the bat. On deck batter Sydney Gaffney getting a little coaching up from Coach Mack. Strike 2 over the outside edge. A little bit of a tough call right there on Gabby. It's a good pitch going away at the knees. Not much she could have done with it. 2 strikes the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. 2 runners aboard. Carly at third, Libby at second. There's a ground ball. It's going to get by the pitcher. Might be a tough play at first. Gabby's running hard. She's going to be out, but she's going to get an RBI out of it. Carly is going to score. Advancing to third is Libby Casto. War Eagles add another here in the third. It's 6-0 for Sydney Gaffney. Now batting number 22, Sydney Gaffney. And the message from Coach Mack might have just been, hey, stay back a little bit, 2-2.
Right.
Put a really good swing on the first ball over towards that blue car out there on 2nd Street or 6th Street, off the end of the bat, towards the second baseman, up onto first. She's going to be thrown out. Down go the War Eagles. But we get a run. We add to the total. We have played 2.5. We head to the bottom of the third. War Eagles 6. Southside nothing. Off for Southside, the fielder Audra Wisely. 7, 8, and 9 for Lillian Hagedorn, who has faced the minimum to this point. Fouled off the netting. No balls and a strike. So far, so good for Lillian Hagedorn. And for the War Eagles, swing and a miss. 0-2 the count. To left fielder Wisely. And we were talking about it between innings, so Game Changer might have heard us, but YouTube did not. So, I mean, again, the general consensus is if you get this one, you've probably done enough to get that 6th seed into the playoffs next week. There's a strike over the outside edge. If Hagedorn keeps firing BBs, it's going to put us in good shape for this one for sure. Yes. Next batter is the center fielder, Sapphire Hayes. We do need a little bit of help. We need Harbor to beat Springdale. Or the Southside team could beat Springdale. Or we could be Bentonville tomorrow. Over but low. 1 ball. On the hitter, Sapphire Hayes, the center fielder. Over a playoff team.
Yeah.
There's a strike, 2-0. Looked like a take all the way. Swing and a miss. 2-2 the count. And good news so far from Harbor. Springdale trailing that one 5-0 down there, which is exactly what we need to happen. There's a swing and a miss. While Lillian's throwing darts, Harbor's doing what we need him to do. Next batter is the third baseman, Quincy Johnson. You know, the coaches and the players can't think about that stuff, but we can. Coach Tinsley, there's no rule against us.
Right.
We can do all the scoreboard watching for them and scenarios. And because I mentioned it the other day at senior night, just as part of the script, like these seniors, these 4 seniors that are out here have made the playoffs every year of their career, all 4 years. They've won a game in the playoffs every year, all 4 years. I mean, it's... You know, they haven't gotten to the semifinals or won a championship along the way, but this group will go down as one of the best eras of War Eagle softball.
Yeah, for sure.
Assuming we finish the deal right here.
Right.
There's a good hard strike right there by Hagedorn. 2-0 goes across for 2-1. Back to the top of the order, Micaiah Willis after this one. Lillian would like to have her leading off the next inning. Strike on the outside edge. Carly just squeezed it a little bit too quick right there. 2-2 the count. Deuce is wild again. Not as many 2s this time. We got 2-2, 2 outs. 20 in the circle, 24 behind the dish. Swing and a miss. 3 up, 3 down. Hagedorn strikes out the side. She's doing her part. And Jocelyn rewarded her by beating on her on the way off the field. Sometimes you can't handle the celebration. You shouldn't do good things, I guess. We played 3 full innings. War Eagles are back to the top of the order looking for more. We lead it 6-0.
I look round.
We are back to the top. Senior left fielder Lily Humphreys stands in. Kyler Strickland on deck. Ava DeFreitas in the hole. It's the way we started this one just a few innings ago. We are in the top of the fourth, Coach. War Eagles lead it 6-0, 6 runs on 6 hits.
So far, so good, for sure. Taking care of business.
And I got to see a couple of these War Eagle seniors, including this one right here before the game, and just kind of went up to him, give him a fist bump. I said, God's giving you one more game at this beautiful facility. Let's take advantage of it, right? And I know they're excited to be here. Still, they are not done. Just done doing their work here, per se. Got work to do tomorrow. Hopefully next week. In the turf, 3 balls and no strikes to Lily. Lily, one of the senior leaders on this team. Ball 4. Now batting, number 11, Kyler Strickland. And we mentioned one of the senior leaders. This is the senior captain. Lily is also, but Kyler frequently gets referred to as captain. She's going to get hit. Now batting, number 2, Ava DeFreitas. New pitcher in the circle, by the way. I announced it between innings. Haven't said it on the air. Bella Sarton, who we talked about, she was the DP when she started this one. She's in the circle. Both of the runners are her responsibility. The walk and a hit batsman, she pitched earlier in the year. That's who we saw. The batter, now Ava DeFreitas, 3rd senior in a row. Had a big 2-out, 2 RBI double in the first. Ava looks a little frustrated. She's not getting strikes. Jocelyn Strickland stands on deck. Sun out now, pretty bright. Down and in. Three 3-0 the count to Ava. Would expect take here, given what's happened thus far in the inning. And it is take all the way. Much to the chagrin of senior second baseman Ava DeFreitas. Rounded off the glove. They're not going to have a play anywhere. Ava's going to beat that out. That's going to be an infield single for Ava DeFreitas. On to third is Lily Humphreys. On to second is Kyler Strickland. And we've got a mess brewing right here with Jocelyn coming up. Now batting the first baseman, Jocelyn Strickland. In stands Jocelyn. 3rd time through the order. 3 runners on base. Just kind of feel like something good's about to happen here, Coach. Lifted to right. Second baseman gets under it. Tagging up is Lily. She just bluffs. Draws the throw. Out's going to be recorded on the pop-up. Nobody's going to be able to advance, and it's going to be up to Carly Earl. Now batting the catcher, Carly Earl. So in stands Carly, who's already done damage twice. A couple of doubles on the night. 2 RBIs on the first one. I believe she's also scored a couple of runs. One of the big league families of Heritage lore, pulling in with Buffy Scherer and Aubrey Scherer.
Right.
Coming in, watch a little free softball. Aubrey Scherer, one of Coach Tinsley's tennis players.
Yes, sir. Improved so much.
She's going to Vassar.
Yes, that's what I heard.
Just proves she's smarter than me.
She,
That ball in the dirt. Here comes Lily. She's going to score. On the wild pitch. Also advancing is Kyler to third and Ava to second. 2-0 count now to Carly. War Eagles have stretched it to 7. 7 runs on 7 hits. Added a couple extra base runners this inning with a couple walks. Or a walk and a hit batsman. In stands Carly, swinging a hot bat and getting hit. Back on the pitch for Southside. Number 2, Maddie Laff. So just the same exchange, DP for flex.
Yep.
Sarton wasn't able to find it today. They're going back to the starter, Maddie Laff, who's going Harriet a mess. I can never remember what a flock of eagles is called. It's like a convolcave of eagles, is something like that. But that's what we've got on the base pass right now, Coach.
A lot of eagles.
Umpire says she's done. She was going to throw one more, but that's going to be it. Now batting number 20, Lillian Hagedorn. Opportunity for a lot of damage right here for the War Eagles. Bases are full. Kyler's on at third. Ava is on at second. Carly is over at first. Lillian Hagedorn stands in. She's got an RBI single already today. That's going to be another one. That one's going to get down into center. There's going to be a play at the plate now. Bowen's going to hold her up. He gave her the windmill and then the stop sign. That one awfully shallow. Would have been tough even for Ava. Ava had to hold up to see if the ball was going to be caught. But it is another RBI single for Lillian. Courtesy runner at first is again to number 6, Maddie Hughes. Your batter, center fielder, Libby Casto. Base is still full. Now Casto in the box. That one sails high. War Eagles now 8 runs on 8 hits. 1 out in the inning here in the 4th. Ball high 2-0. Home plate moving around on both Southside pitchers in this inning.
This is.
Ball off the outside edge. 3-0 the count to Libby. We just mentioned there's multiple factors to it. She's patient. She's got a tight strike zone. She fouls a lot of balls off. She does a lot of things, funky things. But and then sometimes people they're just people that people don't throw strikes to. It's so bizarre. She's going to take it.
RBI.
Now batting number 14, Gabby Kelly. In stands Gabby. That one's going to get in the dirt. Good read by Carly. She was going right away. I'm not sure she touched home plate and she'd go back. Jumped right across it, did she? But she went back and covered it. No harm. Run is across. That is run number 10. On to third is Maddie Hughes. At second is Libby Casto. And looked like that got a piece of the umpire. Maybe that got him on the foot. Yeah. That's an ouch. Another score in the conference, Bentonville 20, Fayetteville nothing.
Wow.
Bentonville's just rolling.
Go, Debbie.
And that ball in the dirt to Gabby. Three O's across for 3-1. Runner at third is Maddie Hughes. Runner at second, Libby Casto. Gabby stands in. A senior multi-use widget that's played mostly third base for us this year. She'll do her catching at Pratt Community College next year. She drills it to left. Left fielder's going back, but she's not going to get it. It's over heading off the wall. Here comes Maddie. Around third is Libby. There'll be a play on her, but she's going to beat it. It's a 2 RBI double for Gabby Kelly, and the War Eagles add to it further. Now batting the shortstop, Sydney Gaffney. Sydney should be able to hear her father in her head saying, "Step back on this, use the middle of the field." She's actually put 2 good swings on the ball, just been early on the one foul ball and just got it off the end of the bat on the other one. Just have to make a pace adjustment right here, see if she can just sit back just a tick. Change up is even slower. I hope Sydney doesn't go back and look at this at bat. If you're in front of it, you're going to see slower and slower. Like they're going to challenge you with it. I believe I heard Eddie Strickland yelling, "Stay back," so I don't have to. So thank you, Mr. Strickland. See if you can spin it over towards the scoreboard here. Ball high, 1-1 the count to Sid. And again, it's easier said than done. All these hitters have a timing and a rhythm that they usually get into. And if you're used to seeing 55 and 55 becomes 47 or 48. I don't know what we're throwing today. That ball, change up in the turf. It is an adjustment to make.
For sure.
Sydney stands in, 2-1 the count. 12 runs across for the War Eagles. We've done our part. Just mentioned the final score per game changer. Harbor 5, Springdale nothing, which is exactly what we needed to have over there. That one off the end of the bat, but hit well to left. Left fielder's going to come in, and she makes the catch in foul territory. Holding at second is Gabby Kelly. Next batter is the leadoff hitter, Lily Humphreys. And Sid's going to be frustrated. She's actually had, again, swinging the bat pretty well. Like I said, a tough 0 for 3. Her dad will not even mention that to her.
Right.
He won't.
Yeah.
We don't talk about it.
Nope.
She knows. And we talked about it also. You're going to see 65 miles an hour tomorrow night in Darby Burnett. You don't want to make the adjustment so far tonight that you don't have a chance tomorrow against the girl that's going to be going to Texas A&M when her career's done. Grounded. Off the third baseman's glove and into left field. That's going to be an RBI double for Lily Humphreys. Gabby comes across to score. It is 13-0 War Eagles. Nice night for Lily Humphreys. Now batting, the right fielder, Kyler Strickland. And here comes Kyler. Kyler stands in. Ava's on deck. Mentioned we got these 3 seniors stacked together at the top of the lineup. Ooh, up at the top of the zone. That's going to be it's 13-0
Yes.
strike one call right there, just to kind of speed up the pace a little bit,
A very lackadaisical strike call.
which Kyler will not be appreciative of. I believe that's Izzy Mayhew. Coming on to run at second is number 8, Izzy Mayhew. Replacing senior Lily Humphreys. I don't know if Lily's day's done, but hey, let's give her a little curtain call there. A chance for everybody to appreciate the work she's put in.
Yeah.
Kyler stands in. I would have put good money the sun wasn't going to be out.
Yeah. Same.
But you never know. And again, with the turf, you can play through rain, not lightning. You can't play through lightning. Izzy saw that one in the dirt, did not, kind of bluffed it, kind of started, caught herself, head back in. Izzy Mayhew. Been a really good JV player for our Warriors this year, and those girls getting great experience, and we're going to see her be part of the rotation next year as well. That ball high to Kyler. 3-1 the count. Have some fun swing of the bat right here, ones. That ball in the turf. There's Mayhew. She now goes to third. War Eagle batters number 2, Ava DeFreitas. In stands Ava. Jen Gavina. The catcher headed over to the Southside dugout. I don't know if she took a shot on that. Maybe she got a turf bit at her eye. She's going to sprint back in. She's okay. Runners on the corners. Two 2-0 the count to Ava. Popped up. Runners are moving. Culverson, that's the wrong one to hit it to. She makes the play, and that's going to end the inning. But 7 across for the War Eagles. We lead at 13-0. Still some numbers of interest on the scoreboard there, Coach.
Yes, there is.
And we head to the bottom of the 4th. Again, War Eagles 13, Southside nothing.
I looked round and I knew there was
Of interest this week from around the conference, it's Harbor 5, Springdale nothing final. Leading off Southside, the second baseman, Micaiah Willis.
Silence.
Silence. They don't know what that means. That's good. It's good. I hope that's right. I've got it on Springdale's Game Changer side. I don't have it on Harbor's. Maybe I lied to everybody. That'd be fun too. Ground ball to third. Nice play over there made by the coach on a hop. We are at the top of the order. Micaiah Willis. They're facing the new pitcher, right-hander Jocelyn Strickland, the junior. Lillian's day is done. She faced 9. She sat down 9 through 3. There's a good strike from Jocelyn. 0-2 now the count. Swing and a miss. Jocelyn in the game. Strikes out the first batter she faced. Defensive changes for the War Eagles. Behind the plates, number 18, Abby Shirley. At first base, Cadence Deere. Moving on to third is number 11, Kyler Strickland. Ball 1 the count. I think that's it. Lily did re-enter out there, so I gave her little curtain call for nothing. Ground ball rolled over to Kyler. I don't know the last time Kyler played on the infield, but there she is, lo and behold, and a batter later, she gets a piece of it. There you can see Sydney going over and giving her a big smile and a slap 5s. Batter's Callie Culverson. Over the head of Kyler Strickland. Foul down the third base line. Couple of hard hit foul balls by Culverson. We mentioned, like, we've seen a lot of Callie Culverson. She's a good player.
Yes,
Plays shortstop, 3-hole hitter for him. Certainly one of the more dangerous hitters in this lineup. I'll just say it, the most dangerous hitter in this lineup. Now, that one looped down the right field line. Harmlessly foul. Lillian Hagedorn didn't announce that change because Lillian already got plenty of pub, but she moved to her usual spot to right field with the pitching change. Jocelyn moves to the middle. From a lineup standpoint, it looks like Cadence will be in Gabby Kelly's spot. And then Kyler slid over to third. Wouldn't be surprised if you see Kyler in another spot next inning, just for Coach Bowen. Reward his senior captain. Going to be on her way to Missouri SMT. Fouled straight back. Good rip right there by Culverson. And also a good opportunity to get some looks at some other War Eagles. You can see Abby Shirley behind the plate. She looks right at home back there, Coach. She's gonna be a great receiver of the ball. And again, somebody you're going to see a lot of next year. You see her zip way out there off the outside edge trying to show that strike. I like the way she handles herself back there. She's really vocal, even in the JV games behind the plate. She's going to be good. Mentioned Cadence Deer. She'll be back next year. She's at first. And your center fielder, Casto, probably won't be in center field. Maybe she will. Possibility. But she'll be either there or one of the middle infield spots most likely next year. But first things first, we've got work to do this year. Drilled right up the middle. That's the first base hit of the ball game for the Lady Mavs. No surprise it comes off the bat of Callie Culverson. She's aboard with 2 outs here in the 4th. Next batter's number 11, Bella Sarton. Here's Sarton. She was the DP. Came in to pitch. Just didn't quite have her stuff today. We saw her pitch much better earlier in the year.
Yes.
We all have those days, Coach.
Yep, definitely.
Fouled back and out of play. One and one the count. Changeup goes high and wide. I don't think Jocelyn liked that one too. She wanted that one back as soon as it left her hand. That one lifted to short. Sydney's got it. Puts it away. 2-out hit is stranded. We are going to go to the 5th inning. War Eagles 13. Southside nothing. Leading off for the War Eagles, your pitcher, Jocelyn Strickland. Jocelyn is up. I believe the on-deck batter is Abby Shirley, and she does grab a bat to stand on deck. Get work against the right-hander, Maddie Laff, who's gone all but about 3 batters in this one. There's a strike on the outside edge going away from Jocelyn. Just a good take right there. There's not much you can do with that one. Still got a lot of count left right here. But she hits it again with that change of slower and on the outside edge going away. Oh, 0-2 the count to Jocelyn. That one sails high. 1-2. On deck batter again, Abby Shirley. Sophomore catcher. That one fouled down the right field line. I hate hearing myself. 1-2 the count to Jocelyn. She's going to stand in against Maddie Laff, the right-hander. 13-0 War Eagles. As we mentioned, if you're listening from home, interested in the goings-on, if we win this game, we will have sealed that 6th spot in the state playoffs next week, and that'll be at Bentonville West. Right now it looks very much like we would play Conway. Only have to seal the deal here, so certainly motivation to finish this one up.
You know what time that would be?
I think it's at noon. I can't remember. Sydney told me. I believe it's a noon start. I'm going to require me to take off of work. I know that. Courtesy runner at first, number 6, Maddie Hughes. Your batters, number 18, Abby Shirley. And that'll get a good cheer. Everybody loves to see the young War Eagles get an opportunity. Lifted that one in the wrong direction. Callie Culverson is under that one. She's going to make that play. 1 out in the inning. Maddie's still at first. Where is Bell? I can't find. And Newman's going to step in, and she's going to bat for Lillian Hagedorn. Now batting for the War Eagles, number 19, Belle Newman. So in steps Bell. We've seen her in some varsity action this year. Big swing and a miss. Driven some balls to the fence in JV action. Good power. Left-handed pitcher for the War Eagles. Started a game for us in the Harrison tournament. Pitched well, and we had to have her. Low-scoring game. She kept us in it. Changeup floated in there out in front of that one. 0-2 the count. Libby Casto's on deck. To the count. And what's turned out to be a great night at the ball yard. 1-2.
Yes.
High to Bell. That drilled in the hole. Nice play by Culverson. She goes to second out there. Excellent play in the hole by Culverson. Maddie Hughes is forced out, robbing a hit away from Belle Newman. Good at bat. We're going to have a runner for Bell. Running at first is number 1, Destiny Soriano. And now batting number 13, Libby Casto. So Libby stands in. Libby does not know that there's not an umpire behind her. She was ready to go.
She was.
2 outs in the inning. Really unfortunate for Bell there. I know she would have loved to crack that hit right there at varsity level, and just a great play by the shortstop. That one drilled to left field, over to get it. Catch is made by the left fielder, and that's going to end the inning. So none across for the War Eagles. Counts are right. It looks like we have played 4.5. Can finish it up right here with a clean inning. War Eagles 13, Southside nothing.
I look round
Leading off for Southside, number 28, Michaela Alhamwi. Alhamwi, Gavina, and Wisely step in the bottom of the 5th for the Lady Mavs. And we've seen other finals through the conference. Fayetteville beaten by Bentonville. Bentonville rolling up 20 runs in that one. And the one we wanted to see, Harbor beat Springdale.
Yes.
Springdale still gets these Southside Lady Mavs, but if we take care of this one, that one will no longer matter. Fouled back. I'm not ready. Yeah, I am.
Always ready.
Just a flip away. Thank you, iPhone. That change up. And that is driven down the left field line. Lily's going to go over. Stopping at first is going to be Michaela Alhamwi. Nice line drive down the third base line there. She leads off the inning. Hard single to left. Next batter is the catcher, Jen Gavina. Looks like perhaps we're going to have a pinch runner coming. I believe she said 16. That looks to be the case. Runner at first is number 16, Carolyn Hoffman. No runs on 2 hits for Southside on the night. Jocelyn stands in. Little pick play for the War Eagles. Didn't quite get it clean. Abby wants that one back, I promise you. Had a shot at her. The pick play fooled the runner. Had her leaning just a little bit. Probably just a little bit of excitement right there by the sophomore seeing that one coming. There's high strike right there, swing and a miss. 1-1 the count from Jocelyn. The catcher Gavina is up. Audra Wisely, left fielder, is on deck. Fouled back to the screen. Good swing right there by Gavina. 1-2 the count. Jocelyn again came in. She threw the 4th. She started this one as well. War Eagles lead it 13-0. Up next on the slate, we don't have to wait long, Coach. We head to Bentonville tomorrow at Bentonville. I think I can say this is our last game here, although I said that once before and I was made a liar out of thanks to the rain and the shift in this one. 2-2 the count, strikeout on a swing and a miss by Gavina. First out of the inning. I don't see, what's the number here, number 10? Yeah, have a pinch hitter here. Batter for Southside is number 10, Avery Russell. Give her 2 seconds of fame. Coming into pinch hit for Audra Wisely. 1-1 the count. Kyler Strickland still stands at third. I thought Bowen might try and move her every out this inning just to swing and a miss. From Russell. We want to end this one right here. We have our starting defense back on the field with the exception of the one flip at pitcher, which brings cadence into the game. Good changeup over the outside edge. Down goes Russell. 2 gone now. Now batting number 4, Sapphire Hayes. It's up to the center fielder, Sapphire Hayes. She stands in with 2 outs and a runner on first. That one in the dirt from Jocelyn. Joker trying to finish this one up and send us into the playoffs. Swing and a miss. Little curveball movement right there from Jocelyn. Good velocity. Good pitch. Bottom of the zone, outside third, 1-2 the count. Lady Mavs down to their final strike. here in the 5th. Two balls and 2 strikes. Runner at first is the pinch runner, Carolyn Hoffman. Jocelyn Strickland's delivering to Abby Shirley, trying to finish this one up. Popped up, back. One more foul ball sound effect. Let's go to the truck backing up one more time for the year.
Finish with a bang, literally.
Yeah, the metal roof. Jarring every once in a while. 2-2 the count. Change up just outside the off the outside edge. The runner will be on the move here. 3-2 with 2 outs. For Jocelyn, she doesn't need to worry about that. Just wants to throw a good pitch right here. Get out of this one. That one lifted towards the dugout. That one's going to land out of play. More automobile sounds. I'm going to have to expand my library of foul ball music before we get back here next year. Full count again from Jocelyn. That one lifted to Kyler. That's why you have a center fielder playing third. She makes the catch, and that's going to do it. And that's your ball game. What we think is the last home game here at Heritage. War Eagles are going to be on the road tomorrow to take on Bentonville, and we are not done. We will see you next week in the playoffs, ladies. Congratulations. Another reminder, we mentioned it on senior night. I want to say it again. This senior class, these 4 young ladies have made the state playoffs every year. They have been here all 4 years. And no pressure, ladies, but you have won a game in the state playoffs every year that you are here. We got to take care of that next Thursday. Gabby's was my favorite. See you, brother. And ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. That's a War Eagle victory, and a victory that sends us into the playoffs. That's a big one. So we will be on the road at Bentonville tomorrow night. That will be game changer only. Won't be War Eagle TV. Do not know on the playoff game, but we will make that announcement when we know. It's most likely going to be Conway, I believe, at Thursday. Until then, we thank you for being a part of War Eagle softball all year, and we are glad that we are not done. You all have a great night. Stay dry a little bit. We'll see you tomorrow from Bentonville and in the playoffs. Good night.